Hello guys, meet again with Queen MMA. For those of you who have a hobby of watching MMA matches, especially UFC, of course you will have a fighter that you will make an idol. And of course your idol has many great abilities that will make his opponent fall in the octagon. But who is a UFC fighter who has the speed of hitting? Does it include your idols? Here are the 10 fastest hand speed fighters in the UFC. But before we continue, please press the subscribe button and hit the bell for those who haven't, so you don't miss the latest updates from Queen MMA. 1. Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev is a Russian-born Swedish MMA athlete who currently competes in the welterweight and middleweight divisions of the UFC. Previously he competed in the Brave Combat Federation or Brave FC. Khamzat Chimaev is one of the fighters who has been waiting for his action. Even though he has basic Jiu-jitsu, his hand speed ability cannot be underestimated. Of his 10 victories, 6 of his victories came from combination attacks. In addition to his fast and explosive attacks, he also has good strength and precision. Actually, Khamzat Chimaev is more worthy to occupy the top 5 in this position, but the lack of fights that Khamzat Chimaev has, we can't see how great Khamzat Chimaev really is. Two. Francis Ngannou. Some fighters are equipped with their respective talents, some with their kicks, and some with their wrestling abilities. Likewise, Francis Ngannou, in addition to his record as the owner of the strongest stroke in the world, he also has an amazing hand speed. 12 of Francis Ngannou's 16 wins is an indication of how good a striking Francis Ngannou is. This is just ridiculous for a guy his size. Overeem was one of the victims of the ferocity of Francis Ngannou's hand speed. Three. John Dodson. Having the real name John Thomas Dodson has been fighting in professional MMA since 2004. Fighting in the flyweight division and known as the Magician. Dodson has half African American and half Filipino. As a fighter with the nickname the Magician, he was demanded with speed and strength, and what he had done seemed like the impossible. John Dodson has a dazzling pace every time we see him, like a magician showing his talent in front of an audience. When he unleashes his hand speed to attack the opponent, the referee has no other choice but to stop the fight. Four. Vitor Belfort. The hand speed of the former MMA fighter early Vitor Belfort can't be doubted. Even though he was dropped by Anderson Silva at UFC 126, Vitor Belfort was still ranked as the fastest hitter in the UFC. This Brazilian fighter used to compete in the heavyweight, light heavyweight and middleweight divisions. When he attacks his opponents, they find it difficult to fend off him. Likewise his fight with John Jones. With his speed, Belfort had a chance to let him down. Five. Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is known as the best striker in MMA. Even though he failed to dethrone light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz, it will not reduce the respect for Israel Adesanya, who is competing without having to change body shape. In addition to being fast, Adesanya also has a unique fighting style, flexible movements, and the ability to calculate things beforehand. Adesanya, apart from having a fast attack, is also invincible in his class. Six. Demetrious Johnson. Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson is a former UFC fighter and former flyweight champion who currently competes in one championship. In the UFC, Demetrious Johnson has a 27-3-1 record. He is known for his quick attacks and elusive moves, in addition to his record for having taken the most takedowns in flyweight at the UFC. Even though it doesn't have the power of a one-hit knockout, its attacks are like a swarm of flies that make it difficult for the opponent to keep them away. As a small fighter weighing 56.7 kilograms, his speed is his best weapon. Without it, he would have taken longer to beat his opponent in the octagon. In addition to the combination of fast and instant takedown, add strength, technical, and precision. You will find an MMA fighter who is the most dominant today. 7. Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is an expert in combat, both in the octagon and outside the octagon. His professional career in MMA began with a win against Brandon Bledstone in May 2003. His career in the MMA world continues to grow until he managed to record many wins in every match he lived, including the incredible victory over Ben Askren, which only took 5 seconds. Currently, Jorge Gamabreed Masvidal is weltering in the UFC and has made 15 knockouts from his 34 wins. 8. Conor McGregor. In the laws of physics, we know that something that moves faster will hit harder. But in MMA fights, moving fast will be meaningless if it is not accompanied by the perfect position, the right moment, and excellent accuracy. Unexpected surprises and the position of the opponent when receiving a hit will also have a tremendous impact on winning. What makes Conor McGregor such a great fighter is being able to apply it all. Conor McGregor knows that his opponent's body will be in a position where he will launch his attacks with great speed, accuracy, and perfect posture. The result was a punch that had more power with incredible destructive power. Nine. Anderson Silva. Who does not know Anderson Silva? He is the best fighter ever. In UFC history, his name will never be lost. An example is when he competed with Vitor Belfort. Many expected Belfort to be a tough test for Silva using his hand speed. But Belfort just fell at the beginning of the first round. The Spider has also beaten some of the world's best fighters with his speed, unorthodox stance, defensive counterattacks, and stunning offensive style. If you still doubt Anderson Silva's speed, just look at his fight with James Irvin and Forrest Griffin. Jose Aldo. As MMA's top pound-for-pound fighter, Jose Aldo had to knock out some of the most athletic and talented of the best fighters. What Jose Aldo needs is the speed with calculations and high accuracy. That's what made Jose Aldo able to become the featherweight champion in the UFC, to be unbeaten for more than a decade by beating his opponents in 18 consecutive fights. Jose Aldo is billed as the greatest featherweight in MMA history. Well guys, those are the fighters who have the most hand speed in the UFC. So, what do you think about those fastest hand speed fighters? Which one was the fastest? Maybe you can come up with something even more spectacular? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so you don't miss an upload and you can enjoy an excellent content we send your way. Thanks for watching.